Hey Jennifer, so I was taking a look at your concepts here. I'll give you some feedback on them. First of all, one of the main things that I noticed is with all of the type, you have it kind of constrained to the logo itself. If you do something like that, unfortunately, it's going to kind of hinder whenever you use the logo. If you need to shrink it down, that means that the name of the company is going to be shrunken down with the logo itself. So one of the main things that I would focus on doing, and I want to see some different renditions of these, but I want you to pull the name of the company away from the symbol part itself. Don't have it going along with the symbol, the pictorial part, because it's really going to restrain your ability to use the type separately from it, and there's just a lot of issues with it. So as good practice, keep the name of the company completely separate from it, kind of like as you can see with your competitors' logos. It's with it, but it's not going along the shape, or it's not restricted to being part of the symbol itself. So keep the name of the company separate from the otter shape that you have going on. You can see that they did with the American Eagle too. Something like this is going to be a little too abstract where you're not going to be able to tell what that is when you do it as a logo, especially if it's kind of like, just printed on a shirt, or even just like a little polo kind of like in the top. I guess that would be right side of the shirt kind of. The otter head might be okay, not necessarily the way that you've drawn it here, but what you want to do is, if you look at your competitors, they basically take in the icon of some sort of animal, whether it's an eagle or seagull, I guess that is, and they've basically done it in one solid color, but done the outline of the animal so you can tell what the animal is. So with this silhouette all being one solid color, there's enough detail that you can make out what that animal is, because it's in a very distinct shape that you would normally see that animal in. So with doing the otter head, you have the challenge of making sure that people actually know that it's an otter. And I know that it's Otters and Company, but it's going to be difficult to portray that as an otter. So I think your best bet would be to do the full otter in a very distinct shape that we would normally associate an otter in. So if we see like a solid one color outline of it, or silhouette of it, that we would recognize it as an otter, and have the name of the company separate, probably underneath it or on top of it. Underneath would probably be best, just because for logos, it's where you usually see the name of the company. And probably have them facing the other direction. I noticed with a lot of them, you have them facing this direction. I would actually have them facing the other direction, just because you'll see with your competitors and everything that they're faced this way. Just because of how we read, we connect a little bit better with seeing the face facing to the left as opposed to facing to the right. We connect with it a little bit better. So I would redraw some of your concepts. Stick with doing the full otter, but facing the other direction. Have the company name separate from it, and try and simplify it down to where you can do it one solid color and it will still read as being an otter shape. So look up, different images of an otter and try and get that iconic pose that it does, and have it one solid color facing the other direction. All right.